Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have another Challenger jungler gameplay review for you. This is a Graves, actually, over on the Europe West server. This is Challenger. He is, I think, formerly a pro player for the Turkish team 1907 Fenerbahce. They've been at Worlds once or twice before. I don't think he's on the team actually anymore, but still a player with professional experience. I'm actually doing this video because one of my subscribers is a Graves player. He commented on my last Challenger Jungle review, the Dardock video. He wanted to see a Graves game, so I thought here it is. So we'll jump into this game here, go into his runes. So Graves is going Fleet of Footwork, which is pretty standard on Graves, with Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace. I've been thinking about this a bit more, about the Coup de Grace versus Last Stand, because I think Last Stand is really good for champions that have like really good skirmishing potential, like Graves and like Hecarim. But Coup de Grace actually makes a lot of sense into champions that are like really squishy. So like you can pretty much like one shot like all these champions. So Coup de Grace just makes more sense for that. Like you'll pretty much be like full health and could potentially just one shot these guys. So that's good. And Ravenous Hunter just helps with lifesteal. You can go either this tree or you can go the Magical Footwear Cosmic Insight. It's like pretty preference. Again, this game I think this is fine. So I actually have been seeing a Conqueror Graves build running around with some success with the new Conqueror. I'll put a picture of that over on my blog as well with notes of this review. There's also this build here. Alright, so let's jump into this game here. Quick analysis of the matchups. We have Camille into Akali. Akali is always a very slippery champion. You can potentially kill this lane when Camille's level 6, but it would be very reliant on Akali using her Shroud like early, and then you come in to like finish up the gank with Camille E. But other than that, this lane is very slippery. Olaf is much stronger than you early game. Avoid skirmishes with him at all costs in the early stages. You probably need some items. I mean, you can like kite him alright, but if he starts hitting him with some Qs, like it's going to be big trouble for you. Karthus with Rise. Rise does have W for you to go on this, but he is running exhaust, so he's going pretty defense. Karthus, definitely gankable if he's pushed up. And then we have a Fiddle MF versus Pike Tristana. Very slippery champions together. Pike is a very slippery champion, and really you're going to be really reliant on Fiddlesticks, either ult engages or fear. So bot lane may be not where you want to be putting your attention to, unless again the wave's in an incredibly good position. So let's jump into here. Let's get the Graves vision. Looking at a red start. Alright, so this is pretty standard Python, I'd say, especially on the new preseason patches. Basically, on these type of junglers, like Graves is a huge, like you want to be farming, getting items so that you can start being effective in the mid game. Clear all your camps, let's do a full clear, keep your grit stacks up. This is all good. Alright, so lanes, Rise is pushing in. We have bot pushing in here. Alright, so Olaf shows up here. And it looks like Fiddle dies here. They're all pretty low here. Maybe if they commit to Misfortune, we can continue on this. Misfortune burns her flash. Alright, so I'll be just backing off now. Like, yes, all these guys are low health, but I mean, you don't really have any CC, and Q's pretty unreliable. Like, they can just dodge that pretty easily. So here, you want to just be going straight onto... I mean, you don't know if Olaf got this, but I'd say it's unlikely because he did gank at like 3 minutes 29 seconds. So unless he like smited it or something, this Rift Scarlet would be up. Base, go top, Krugs. I think you're wasting a lot of time here. If they die, it's to their own fault. Like, you're not going to be able to bait them in here unless they just completely misplay. So base in here is fine. would be ideal if you got Rift Sculler, but I guess it's a little too late now. It's going top side. Just trying to get the power farm on. Alright, so now we know, so they hit the Scrying Orb. This likely means that Olaf is now topside, especially since Olaf was bot. He is now topside. So this is just tracking jungler 101. You saw him hit the Scrying Orb. Definitely not be looking to a gank Akali at all. Their 2v2 is much stronger than you guys right now. Alright, continuing the farm. Red spawning in about 50 seconds. Olaf shows bot. Alright, so you're looking for a gank here. Yes, they're very pushed up right now, but I mean, looking at gauging this, like again, Olaf is around. You know Olaf is around. Olaf can like come here. He's level. You guys are both level 5, I guess. Like this would have to go pretty clean. Like Fiddle has just used Fear, so now and his Fortune hasn't been able to follow up on it, so he's going to basically take no damage from this Fear. This is especially with Olaf behind. Like I think you guys just need to leave this. Like Fiddle just uses Fear. They know you're here. This is like really risky. Karthus even has ult up. So yeah, I just don't think that gank was. I mean, like right here, I'd say. I mean, you got the Scuttle Crab here, so this is good for you. Just base, go topside, get control, vision, get your red, potentially go in, check his camps and timers. There's no real reason for you to be bot here, and it's actually just paying off really bad for you guys now because of that. Which is mostly towards, you know, the Graves' fault because you went on in that gank, and obviously your team's going to follow you. So that's just simple. Like again, like I said it in the beginning of the analysis, this is very slippery lane. They're just going to be able to just drag you in and just walk circles around you. So there's nothing more you can get here. They're not going to let you kill you for free. Graves is also the champion where, I mean, there is surprise damage with like, if he catches you off guard with like an EQ, QEQ like ult, but you know, you don't have ult here, so you're not very threatening. And you don't even have any like AD items basically. Okay, so now you die here basically for no reason. So this sets you really far behind. All your jungle camps are top. Again, you should have left this ages ago, gone top. Maybe they get dragon, but you know, that's just them playing well. Alright, so we get 2 long swords here. Just not switching out for sweeper, I think that's okay. We get a pink ward, that's good. You do have enough for 2 pink wards, but I'll let you off the hook at this stage of the game because, you know, potentially trying to get your warrior faster. Alright, we're doing red here. Looks like you're skipping your Krugs, which is fine because we do need to be dragon, potentially getting control of this river with Rise's push. Yeah, I mean, dragon just might be very hard for you to get because you guys are 4k gold, 3k gold behind right now, and you're versing and Olaf, and a very, you know, Pike is pretty, like, you need Fiddlestick's ult to be like effective really. But it looks like they're overextending here for some reason, the bot lane. They commit to this. Alright, so this is great. Rise is pressuring mid. He does take a bit of damage, but this is dragon. Olaf is probably bot side, but Pike is, I think, going back to base. Tristana is dead. Karthus can't assist. He doesn't have ult, and your bot lane's pushing. So free dragon. Ocean drags are always good. Oh wow, you actually ulted and got a kill there. Nice work. I didn't even see that. Alright, so Olaf tries to get a kill here, but you burn flash. This is fine. Alright, so you're basing here with bot side jungler. Can you get warrior? Yes, you can get warrior. I always say if you can get warrior, as soon as you can get it, it really gives you a big spike in as a jungler, and it just, your clear speed, you can just power through the jungle, and it just gives you a lot more damage, a lot more threat. So now we want to be going bot side to clear bot here. Dragon's off the map, so maybe Rift Herald is a potential. How is your top lane going right now? Top lane is struggling, so that might be a bit difficult. So potentially looking to continue to help bot maybe. I mean, again, your bot's not doing too well, and they're very slippery. Maybe mid's like your priority here. Ryze is doing pretty good. But other than that, pretty much you're just going to need to play catch up. Just farm, try and play pretty defensively. There's not really much you can do aggressively when your team's like behind like this. So we see Olaf bot. This could be maybe a rift. Ryze is pushing, but Camille can't help. I mean, maybe you could have got rift as soon as you saw Olaf bot, like back here. Like you do see him base in. I mean, I think it is pretty risky, I would say, to go for rift, especially with Karthus ult still up. So this is fine. I mean, maybe you could have just gotten it, but probably not worth the risk, no. Olaf knows you're probably going to take it, so... And Parker even roamed up for it, so yeah, that's fine. Good decision making there. Alright, so we're scared they're doing Rift right now. Get a good chunk on Karthus and they are doing Rift. Alright, that's good. Good work on that. Your warrior burst damage is awesome. Alright, so top is definitely struggling right now. 40 CS down, you have 2 deaths. Alright, so this is really questionable. Camille has just died, she doesn't have teleport. You know Olaf was just top getting Rift Herald here. I know Ryze is pushing in here, but you are 1 versus 2 against an Akali. I mean, she doesn't have ult, but you can get dive pretty easily here. Alright, so even Olaf just summoned Rift. Oh wow, that was actually pretty cool with the new Rift. So he summons Rift here and then walks into here. And it looks like that because the Rift Herald spawns here, Olaf's here. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this is just shouldn't have happened at all. Never play the numbers disadvantage game in League of Legends. It always ends badly. So your bot's starting to do well now. They're starting to kill Tristan stuff, which is good. Ryze is doing a lot of work. So definitely, I'll be looking to play around Ryze as much as possible this game. He's literally like solo carrying this game right now. Alright, 2 pink wards from base. Love it. Karthus uses ult. Top camps are spawning, but Camille's still struggling. So we do show mid here to clear that, which is fine, but just be noting of that. Like, I'm a little scared. Their entire team is like, the top side's missing right now, and you're walking into top jungle. Carly shows she's pressuring top Camille top, so this is safe for you. Alright, so my plan of attack here would be to try potentially, I mean, you guys are still pretty far behind, but using Ryze's priority potentially, pushing mid in, getting this tower, then move in. Once you get this tower, this will open up river for you big time bot side. So maybe you can help Ryze get that, especially with Karthus roaming down. Literally just run down here, get this tower, and then move in. Okay, so you are looking to cut off Karthus. Oh, so they actually just camp in there. Force the ban, burn your ultimate. Misfortune's pressuring bot. Fiddle should not be going in here. This is the numbers disadvantage. It's literally 5 here. Camille's not there without TP. Good pink ward just to check if they're there. You just have to forfeit dragon here. There's nothing you can do. Fiddle just altered, died for no reason. Ryze can maybe get mid. It is an infernal drag as well. See, I mean, you definitely just on the like the thing about Graves is like there's not really much playmaking you can do. You're really just, especially in like team fights and stuff, you're just trying to do as much damage possible, hit the closest thing to you. So yeah, I mean, I'll still be looking to pink ward, like maybe potentially looking at controlling I mean, Rift Herald's gone. Maybe keep controlling bots. I think keep controlling, trying to control bot side and hovering Rise and Pink Ward in here. In the, in this area here, so then Rise can safely farm. And then you can slowly use Rise's priority, because he's going to get this tower right now, to push mid, 4-man bot. Push mid, 4-man bot. Again, top, stuff top. Top is... Camille's just going to sit there and farm. Like, Camille's like 50 CS now. You don't want to be ganking this at all. So yeah, I mean, just on my explanation there, you shouldn't be looking... I know you're looking to counter gank Camille potentially here, but you don't know where Olaf is. Akali can even probably potentially 1v2 you guys right now. You know, you're like level 9 Graves versus level 11 Akali. So I'll just be leaving this, let Camille farm defensively. She should be safe. She has her E. So yeah, don't like this at all. Again, you don't know where Olaf is. She just kills Camille right there. You have to burn flash. Probably still going to get this kill, but really risky stuff. Again, I mean, look at bot wave right now. Like, use Fiddle's ultimate. Use your only like lane with CC. Use Rises. Keep helping him push in. The tower's gone. Let's 4-man this tower. Right, so you need to concede this now. No one has showed bot side, so they're most likely all top side, which Carthus and Pike shows here. So just concede this. Absolutely concede this. Let your bot get bot tower. Pike is top. You guys are disadvantaged numbers game. Never make 2 plays at the same time. Let your bot lane get the tower. And just don't do anything here. So Camille's TP in here. This is such a big mistake by Camille. And I'm afraid this might drag you into this. He's engaging. Okay, so I can maybe see you thinking to go on this. Again, you guys are 4 versus 3. Rise is pushing that in so you can collapse. But he actually gets picked off just by Olaf here. He gets destroyed. So as soon as Rise dies, you leave this. Go bot side. Let's control bot river. Take Olaf's camps. Like, you need to absolutely concede top at this stage. There's no reason for you to fight here. Just let Camille die. It's his mistake for TP in there. So bot is getting the tower and stuff, which is good. They're trading something for Pike being top. And you just don't want to be participating in anything with Camille. Like, Camille's 1 and 4 right now. Just trying to avoid Camille at all costs. So you're looking for an assassination on Carthus. I don't think this is going to work either. Misfortune's alone dying. Like, you guys have like a huge control of bot side. Use it, you know? Like, there's no point hanging around top side trying to get... Like, even if you kill Carthus there, like, what do you get from that? You know, there's nothing to get. Like, we're sure Rift Herald's spawning soon. But let's control this side. Let's keep getting mid-push. Let's push in bot. Use your advantage that you have these towers. I mean, I'll say that this is probably the next objective. Rift is probably the next objective, and then this tower. Camille should be going bot, and then Misfortune and Fiddle should actually be moving top side, and you guys actually controlling this side, actually. So Carthus flushes away. You chase him in the jungle. This is really risky. Your team can't follow you up here. I'm not sure. Okay, Olaf does show up bot, so this is... You're pretty safe to do this, then, I guess. Right, so they're pushing bot lane right now. They're pretty much going to get this tower. No one's there to help him. Right, so as soon as you finish these wolves, you have 1,400 gold. You need 2 pink wards. You need pink wards to start controlling this game. And controlling, like, the rivers and stuff like that. You need to be, like, focusing just one side of the map. Like, I mean, Rift Herald spawning right now. Their bot lane is just chilling here. Like, spend your gold. Like, there's nothing for you to... Like, what is there for you to get top side right now? You have no camps. I'm sure red's spawning soon, but let's be efficient with your time. Let's base. Get your pink wards. Pink wards are so important at this stage of the game. Mid's all good here. Pushing them in. Like, if you think about how inefficient it was to walk all the way here, you could have based and, like, be coming down onto your Krugs now with 2 pink wards, controlling river and getting Rift Herald. But instead, you're sort of just walking around the map aimlessly. Sort of like helping mid fight when there's like the wave is already pushed all the way here. Like, there's nothing to fight over here. There's no reason for the enemy team to be here fighting you when the wave is here. Alright, so still haven't based with get pink wards. Misfortune is pushing top. This is potentially, yeah. So Olaf's bot, let's do Rift here. Camille's doing good to bring excuse me, bring Olaf down to her. Alright, so your team is fighting here. So 3 of you guys are dead here. I think just back off here. Dragon is spawning soon. You need a base, spend your gold. I don't even think you can get red. Actually, maybe you can get red. I think you could have got red, because they're going to have to base anyway. You have a faster base. So, instead of that, like as soon as that fight was diminished, let's take red buff here. Base, spend your gold so you're much stronger than going to potentially fight this without these items. So, I mean, now you may be forced to stay. Okay. So yeah, so now you do red. You do heal up off it, all good. But the thing about this is, like, you could be full health with red buff still going down this for this dragon, and you would be like 1900 gold stronger. You know? Like, that's a huge difference in these team fights in 90 minutes in the game. Okay, so that was pretty good, but pretty lucky at the same time. What happens here? Okay, so you actually ult to potentially kill the Olaf and you get Dragon at the same time. So that's really good for you guys, but a bit of luck involved there. You guys are just outnumbering them right now. Tristana's not around. Alright, so this is good. Slowly cutting back to this game, recovering the gold lead here. Got a good shutdown onto Akali. Baron is sort of the next objective here. Let's potentially get these kills, and let's base, spend your 2700 gold. Let's go out of base, spend your gold, clear all this, work your way up to the top side, control this river, let Misfortune push this in, get this tower, control top side, and look to start pushing in mid. That's the next plan of attack here. Not to stick around in their jungle here. Yes, maybe take their red buff, but please base. You have 3000 gold now. Okay, good base. I like this. Alright, so go bot side. This is good. We skip Gromp there to... Alright, so I'm not entirely sure why you're going to bot here. Maybe you're looking for a pick or something, trying to utilize this vision. But Misfortune's like topside, like pushing this in. This is the next objective. You want to be protecting Misfortune. She can't do anything now. There's no vision here. Let's protect your AD carry. Let's walk into here and get control of that side with Fiddlesticks. Bot side, there's nothing more for you to get here. Alright, so... Alright, ult by Fiddle. We get 2 kills. Continuing the farm. Pushing mid. I like this. Bot's pushing there. Camille's doing Camille things, bot. So Camille's starting to... She got a bunch of kills in that fight, so she's actually starting to get items. Once she gets her Triforce plus the Ravenous Hydra Spike, she starts to become really scary in the split. So we use our Rift mid. Okay, so they see... Like, I'm not sure again why you're here. Maybe you're trying to protect Camille. But Camille's fine. Let Camille do Camille things. There's like, this is just map awareness 101. Look at your team. There are like potentially 3 to 4 people here. Well, 3 people here. Akali's dead. Fiddlesticks is basing. Your team's here. Like, there's nothing for you to get here. Even if you get kills here, like, you're going to probably die anyway. And Pyke of all champions, like committing to Pyke when he's like literally like the slipperiest champion in the game and is a support. And you just waste your flash. So, yeah, very sloppy play there. Not good map awareness. Alright, so we didn't buy 2 pin cords out of base. I let you off the hook with 1 pin cord earlier in the game because potentially buying items. But at this stage of the game, with Baron up, you need 2 pin cords on every base possible. No excuse. Alright, so we're going to defend mid here. Alright, so you pretty much just need to give up Baron here. Fiddlesticks is base in, he has no wards, you have no control of this river here. Camille's obviously doing a pretty good job here, I like this. But, yeah, I mean, that's just going to happen because, like, you guys sort of didn't really set up this well. Like, they all went into this, like, Fiddlesticks has no wards, mid's, like, getting pushed in, so this sort of just happens. You guys are still, like, behind slightly. They just have better setup of Baron there. Better timing on bases and stuff. So I like this. Let's concede the Baron. Camille's bringing a bunch of them. So everyone's just based. Oh, and they have Baron. Potentially get this dragon and try and get out ASAP. Oh, Fiddle's ulti in here. Good pick onto Pike. So we get the drag, but they actually clean you up here. So this is, I mean, I think it was like the right call. Maybe you could have done drag faster if Ryze helped you, but he was trying to cut off Karthus. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely looking pretty south for you guys now after that. So they push in here. Paul Ryze is doing a good job to distract them with Camille. They pulls the wave here. So this is really good from Camille. She's pulling the wave. She TP'd to pull this wave so then they can't get this in here. So pretty smart by Camille there. But Camille overdoes it a little bit too much. She should just be, yeah, just keeping in the split push. Keep pressuring. Keep making them react to the waves. Alright, so clearing the jungle, it's good. You pretty much just have to defend Baron here. There's not much you can do. There's no real plays you can make. They're going to have priority in lanes with Baron buff. There's still 6k gold ahead, so there's no indication that you guys are stronger than them right now. Alright, so this was a little strange from you. Like, Pike is obviously probably sweeper in as well, and just the way he's playing, like, Pike knows you're here, they have Baron, just defend. Like, there's nothing you can do here. You get away, but you're forced to burn ult, but that could have potentially gone south for you, because Pike, I think Pike just obviously knew you were there. Karthus burns his ult. Ryze is doing a really good job, he's starting to get really strong, which is good. Ryze, Camille are awesome split pushes in League, so definitely still have some sort of win condition here if Camille stops dying and actually starts to, like, split push more. Olaf definitely, Fiddlesticks definitely has a bad time against Olaf with his ultimate. Right, so I mean, you guys are doing a good job defending, I'd say. I mean, you guys just basically just defending their entire Baron, mostly to their mistake, but Camille also did play well, pulling that wave earlier. Pushing out bot, this is good. I like this, getting some farm. Level 16 Graves now, it's good for you. Alright, so Dragon's coming up in 30 seconds. Your team should be potentially preparing for this. Maybe you might have to give it up. Camilla is splitting top. And they have control bot side. Oh wow, that was a lot of damage. Alright, so Camille's doing a really good job to make them, like, someone's going to have to base react for this. Potentially you guys can get drag here. I mean, Ryze is dead. They're pushing mid. If they send another one for this person, you guys could potentially drag. Alright, never mind. So yeah, Karthus, yeah, Camille just solo killed Karthus there. Alright, well, still making them react, it's okay, but you're probably going to lose Baron now off this. You're dead for 10 seconds. Camille, it does have TP up, but she is 30 seconds away. Alright, so showing top here pretty much means you're going to forfeit Baron, which is fine. You guys are still 5k gold down. Don't have any control of the river whatsoever. Don't have enough space inventory for pink wards, which is fair enough because you do have important items. So we're trying to catch Rise here maybe with TP. Camille's continuing. So Camille's definitely doing the right thing this game. I mean, this game is really just turning into a clown fiesta, to be honest. I mean, it's just back and forth kills. This is just like late game league. Camille's like doing the only smart thing this game of just pressuring sides, making them react. So you try and go for a steal there, unsuccessful. Kill the Pike. Camille is just doing insane work in the split. Trading like an inhib for Baron. But now you guys still have to, on the back foot, still have to defend. Wow, nice hook by Pike. Alright, so this could be potentially game over, but obviously it's not. So you guys defend here. Camille's just doing insane. I mean, this is like, I mean, if you're a top laner at all watching this, Camille's literally winning this game for, will win this game for red team here. We've got 2 inhibs now, that means super creeps, meaning this is suddenly becomes incredibly hard for enemy team to get. They're all low health, there's just no way they can end here. Karthus isn't here. Clean him up a bunch. Get Olaf's GA, which is good. Everyone's dead. Push lanes in. I like this. Dragon's gone. Do you get the Dragon Soul now off this? I think you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, so definitely right back into this game. Another team fight here. I mean, the way you play team fight for Graves is basically just hitting the closest person you can find, really. There's not really too much crazy stuff you can do with Graves. Like, you can, like, flank and stuff, but the idea of Graves is just doing so strong, so much damage, and, like, with all the lifesteal, especially since Graves is running a Ravenous Hunter, you're just a huge nuisance power in team fights. Alright, so you guys all die, but Tristana's just alive. There's nothing they can do with super minions. Baron's coming up soon. So it looks like it's just like a bunch of team fights just wins this game. There's not much more analysis here. It's more just, yeah, you just win the game because you guys just outscale, I guess, yeah. Olaf drops off really hard. This is really good positioning by you. Alright, you guys will clean them up, and I think it's just Baron, and then you guys end here. No. Potentially end? No, not end. And then you stay on the map. It looks like it's just a team fight here. And then game over. Baron. Yeah, so the game's pretty much over here. So good comeback by your team. Camille obviously did a lot of good work this game. But yeah, like definitely there's a lot in there in terms of knowing when to cut your losses. Like that Camille thing, like topside, just no reason to be topside at all. Didn't really use Rise getting mid tower to your advantage really at all to like 4-man dive bot and stuff. I mean, yeah, definitely like a rough early start for your team. Mostly, I mean, again, like the early game from you, the Graves, was also not the hottest in terms of the decision making around those bot fights with Olaf behind you when he's stronger. So I hope that this review was helpful. Again, sort of showing you what high elo's like. Like again, this is like the best players in Europe basically on the Challenger server. This game was played I think like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Um, yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.